I receive so many emails and comments from viewers who dream of cruising the world on a yacht, but they don't really have the budget of tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars to buy a mega yacht. What they're looking for is something big enough for the family, seaworthy and safe, but above all, something that they won't lose their shirt on when it's time to resell. If that sums up what you're looking for, then EDISON may well be the yacht for you. EDISON is a truly unique 95-foot yacht, and I don't use that expression lightly. Built in 1990 for a truly inspiring entrepreneur from Iowa called David Cutler. The original name of the yacht was Hawkeye 3. Now, if you're from the United States, you may know that folk from Iowa are sometimes referred to as Hawkeyes in American slang. But the original name of the yacht also gives a nod to Cutler's passion for aircraft, a passion that's also reflected in the interiors of this astonishing yacht. The thought that went into the engineering and the design of what is now called EDISON is truly breathtaking. Cutler took what is essentially a Westport hull and commissioned Admiral Marine to complete the build. She was the first US composite yacht to include a bulbous bow, a feature that proved very useful for a world cruising yacht. As an avid aviator, he was also obsessed with the need for safety and redundancy systems, so the yacht was built with a crash bulkhead and a double hull that extends aft to the engine room. 7 watertight bulkheads can sustain a whole and complete flooding, whilst EDISON will still remain buoyant. Every compartment, including the engine room, has 2 escape routes, in addition to 11 ports throughout the yacht that are large enough to use as emergency exits. Each moving piece of machinery in the engine room was set on rubber mounts and slides out on racks with Teflon rollers. This makes maintenance so much easier. Even the generators and the water maker benefit from this system. Actually, the current engineer on board, who beams with joy when he tells you about the yacht, tells me that Cutler is said to have wanted a yacht that could stay at sea for 60 days without returning to shore. This explains the sizable crew quarters with acres of storage space and even a 7x7-foot workshop for additional maintenance and repairs. This really is quite an extraordinary vessel. And nowhere is that aviation theme more apparent than here, in the bridge. Just look at it, it's like being in the cockpit of an aircraft with some of the instruments above head height, some below. And just look at this, because this was the first ever US yacht built without a helm wheel. Instead, it has this really neat rudder instrument that works absolutely perfectly fine. But look at the windshield too. This was an interesting feature because at the time, apparently Cutler was looking at some of the Italian yachts with their sleek, raked windshields, and he said, I don't want that. All that's going to do is increase the heat into the bridge and reduce the visibility. What I want is a reversed rake windscreen so that I've got better visibility and I can sail the oceans in safety and comfort. I should also mention that apart from her intriguing history, EDISON is actually a very nice luxury yacht indeed, with a luxurious lounge area benefiting from a recent refit including sumptuous furnishings and new marble countertops. She offers a very relaxing place to hang out with friends. The master stateroom is on deck, and even by modern standards of 100-foot yachts is well proportioned and very comfortable. A stairwell in the main lounge leads to 2 further guest staterooms too, once again very comfortably appointed, so that she's a 3-stateroom yacht, offering accommodation for 8 people if you take into consideration the sofa beds. I should also mention, of course, that the galley is wonderfully proportioned and well equipped, as one would expect from this yacht. Deck space, as you would imagine, has also been well thought out, with the main aft deck providing ample space for dining, as well as a good platform to enjoy some fishing. Whilst the upper deck can be used for tender and toy storage underway, and sunbathing when at anchor and the toys are in the water, positioned there by a 2,500 pound crane. And since we are talking about the exterior features of this yacht, just take a look at this. No less than 3 docking stations, 2 wing stations forward of the bridge, and 1 aft that must be so useful when you're backing into your berth. Finally, if you'd wondered what this side door is in the forward portion of the superstructure, it accesses a cavernous bosun's locker that's such useful storage space on a long cruise. And long cruising is exactly what EDISON was built for. Something that I haven't mentioned is that, as well as the original owner being a very experienced yachtsman, so is the current owner. I mean, there was a good reason why he recognised EDISON as being a great yacht for him. She's not just a yacht that talks the talk either, she really walks the walk, having cruised every ocean on the planet except for the Arctic. When Kuckler first built her, he immediately embarked on an 18,000-mile cruise, including the Panama Canal. And now it's time for EDISON's history to continue with a new owner, which could be you. If this yacht is what you're looking for, if it offers the lifestyle that you're hoping to achieve, then do get in contact with my colleague, Kristen Klein. Her email address is on screen now. She represents the owner. She knows the yacht, she knows the crew, and she can get qualified buyers on board to have a proper look around. If you do buy her, by the way, do think about going to the Arctic Ocean so that she got the full set of oceans under her belt. Now that would be an interesting thing to film.